What's up, Ricanistas? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another pop-up. I gotta change the pop-up intro, man. I've meant to get around to doing it, but with the World Cup, I've been busy, and I've been busy in general. Like work's been busy, been doing the World Cup, and I haven't actually had a chance to speak about Arsenal. And that's what today's stream is going to be. It's gonna be an Arsenal stream. I do have a couple of other bits I want to talk about as well. But mostly Arsenal. It's an Arsenal stream. I haven't done an Arsenal stream in a while. So I thought I'd just do one, kind of speak about what's going on out there. But the most important thing is that the schedule for next season is dropped. And I'm pretty gassed about it. I think it's, we know who we're playing. It's the usual. It's not a surprise to us. We know which teams are playing. But when it comes to the schedule, I always want to see, who we're playing and when, because I think that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like the run-in matters. And also who we're playing in April, right? Because we know that our April is absolutely terrible. It's usually when we fall apart. So it's something I wanted to talk about and go over with the community. So this will be a quick one. It's only going to be probably an hour or so. But I haven't spoken to the community in quite a while. So I did want to have something going. It's hot here in the UK, by the way. It is absolutely baking. That's why like the lighting looks off, because I have the lights off. I got the window open. I got the fan on 1,000. And it's still, crazy. So I won't be on here for long. But yeah, anyway, hope everybody is well in the chat. And let's talk about the schedule. Let's start with the schedule. There we go. There's Arsenal's schedule for next season. The best thing is we're opening with Coventry, which I think is great. You want to play the team that just came up, or you want to play a promoted team to start off with. When I look at the schedule, I think the World Cup ends, let's say July 19th, I think it is. I think that's the final, the 19th July. I might be wrong, but mid-July. Let's say mid-July. Our first game is until August 21st, which is good. Now, when I look at the schedule, one thing I want to say, right? There's 3 players I don't want to see until September. And if I was the manager until mid-September, that would be Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, and Yuri Timber, right? Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Yuri Timber. I do not want to see you until mid-September. You probably could throw Zubimendi in there because he's had a lot of minutes. I don't want to see you till mid-September, right? You're done with the World Cup. You go somewhere for a couple of months and you do absolutely nothing, bro. At least for 1 month, you go and do nothing. Then for next month, you're resting, recovering, getting ready for the season. I should not see these guys the first couple matches, bro. I think Declan Rice has had a ton of minutes. I think Zubimendi's had a ton of minutes. Rice isn't even, I'm not even Rice. Saka is not even playing full minutes at the World Cup because he's got the Achilles injury. And Timber is not playing at the World Cup because he's injured. So, yeah, I don't want to see those 4 players at all. I don't want to see them at all. But, yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, August, we got Coventry on the 21st. Aston Villa away, which isn't great. You know what I'm saying? I remember the last time with the Villa. But I'll take that. Chelsea at home, that should be a win. We haven't lost to Chelsea in ages, and they're terrible. But it will be interesting to see what Xabi Alonso has. September 12th, we're playing Sunderland away. Won't be an easy one. I think we drew there the last time. Playing Brighton away, another bogey ground. And this is the thing that I'm liking so far with the schedule, is we're playing a few of our bogey grounds early, right? We're playing a few of our bogey grounds early. Big up my guy Rick. He said, yo, what's up? What's up? Blessings. Big up Godfrey said big up every time. Rican, big up to Godfrey. And big up to Hindu. Big up Hindu. He said, good afternoon, Rican Futbol TV and all watching. Be interested to see how Sky Sports, TNT Sport, Amazon Prime rearrange fixture for TV coverage. Yeah, man. Listen, it's crazy, right? It is so crazy in this country that you have 3 networks who are all kind of, you got 3 networks who are all vying for kind of television. In America, bro, it's all on Peacock. You can watch every game. The only games you can't watch on Peacock are the ones that are on NBC Sports. Right? That's it. But in this country, I can't watch 3 Cock games. You know what I'm saying? I can't watch games at certain times, blackouts and stuff. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But big up to everybody in the chat. Godfrey said, I'm glad we're getting some of the difficult fixtures out the way early. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. My guy Rick said, getting some downtime at work. It's been busy with the heat. Listen, I got the fan on it in England. It is boiling, bro. It's boiling, fam. Like, my office feels like purgatory, bro. It's absolutely awful. So, yeah, I get that. But big up. But let me just go through the early stage and I'll get back into the comment. Let me start the comment there. So yeah, like I said, I think we're playing some of our bogey grounds early. First 3 months, we're going Aston Villa away, we're going Brighton away, we're going Sunderland away, right? We've had some tough times at those away grounds. We're getting it out the way early. We're going Forest away, and then we're going Anfield, right? So by the time the crazy period, like Newcastle away is a hard one in November, right? December comes and starts getting busy. Brentford away, still London, should be fine. Tottenham away, give me the 3 points. Crystal Palace away and Fulham away. Like, unlike last season where all of our London kind of away games were at the end, they're more in the middle of the season, which is okay. Right. Then New Year's period, we're playing on the 2nd. Brentford home on the 6th, which means that when I'm away for my birthday trip, I will be able to watch the Arsenal somewhere. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna watch them. Hull away, Man City away is in January. It's crazy. I don't fear that Man City away. Like, Pep's gone. I don't fear the Man City away game now. I don't. I just don't. Liverpool, United away is in February. Chelsea away is in March. But then you look at the run in April and May. And that's what we're usually focused on, because April and May is usually when our season starts looking like it collapsed. Coventry away, that's a win for me. Villa at home, I feel good about that. Bournemouth away, could be a bogey ground, but Iraola's not there anymore. 3 points. Tottenham at home is 3 points. Leeds away, Ellen Road, I still think should still be a win. Nottingham Forest at home. Everton away can be a little bit tricky. And then Brighton at home. Like, I like that run-in. I like how the schedule's set. Let me go through some more of the comments. Hannah said, interesting, we play Spurs in December at their ground and then back to Emirates in May. Be nice to lift the trophy at the Emirates then. Yeah, man, I would have liked it to be reversed. I would have loved it. May 1st, lifting the trophy at White Hart Lane while they get relegated would have been great. But yeah, if that's the match that we win, I might even go to that. I don't know what matches I'm going to. Who knows? But listen, I'm gassed. I'm gassed for the season. Godfrey bigging up Hendo. Giannis to the Heat. Listen, right? Really quickly on this, right? Because I like to digress. Really quickly on this. I am happy that Giannis is coming to the Heat, but the price that we paid for that means that we have to win, or the next 5 years is gonna be a madness, right? If we don't win in the next couple years, the 5 years after that, bro, it's going to be terrible. We ain't got no picks, right? Giannis will be old and gone, and we don't really have that much depth. Let's see what Pat Riley does in free agency. with the mid-level exceptions and veteran minimum. Let's see what he can do. But yeah, bro. Listen, don't get me wrong now, Godfrey. I will be the first one to get me Miami Heat Antetokounmpo kit, right? We collect basketball kit. I got Wade in there. I got Bam. I got Jimmy Buckets in there. I got the Bostrich in there. I even got a LeBron. The LeBron one is buried deep in there. You know what I'm saying? Alonzo Moore. Like I'm a Heat fan, but yeah. So that's getting purchased, but yeah, we'll see. Hendon said you can watch Saturday 3 p.m. games. Listen, I watch the games anyway because I got Peacock. Because I get it through my American service, so I just watch Peacock. That's what it is. But yeah, you can. Another warm day here in South Africa. Lucky, bro. It's warm in here, bro. It is like purgatory. It is hot, bro. Like, usually I oscillate the fan. Just let the whole room. Nah, bro. I got it on 3 pointed directly in my face. Right. I just had an ice lolly as well. Bro. It's diabolical. And then I will be back tonight, also recording. So I'll be right back here for the England-Ghana game. Sweating like a wildebeest. Hendo says, actually, big up Godfrey and you lucky bugger, right? I wish it was warm. I wish it was breezy here. It ain't breezy. It's just flat. Hendo says it's going to be 38 degrees on Wednesday. Bear in mind that's the temperature in the shade. So it's about 40 plus in the direct sun. Yeah, listen. Tomorrow, I'm going to work early. I'm going to park my car in the shade. Right? I don't think I'm recording tomorrow. No, I am. I'm doing a Haiti game. Oh, diabolical, bro. I'm doing a Haiti game at 11. Oh, man, I'm about to boil, bro. I'm about to bake. My wife likes to tan, though. You know what I'm saying? I like to get tan during these times. Right? I get a little bit crispy, but yeah, bro. It's gonna be hot. I'm from Florida, and I get that it's hot, but UK heat is angry, bro. Like, it's still not the hottest place I've been. I think the hottest place Seville, bro. Seville in the summer, bro. I had some Nikes on. I felt like the rubber was gonna melt, bro. That's how hot it was. But yeah, bro, I'm prepared, and I'm prepared. Big up, and make sure you guys get hydration, and you putting on sunscreen. Right, put on your sunscreen. Right, don't pass out. Godfrey said Rogers Darby, yeah. Listen, I want that guy. I want that guy. But I think I'll try to look through some of the Arsenal stuff as well. It's meant to be winter down in South Africa. Yeah. Warm winter. And Godfrey said, yep. Hard to evaluate the upcoming Premier League season as we have to see who we sign and which players come back from the World Cup without injury fatigue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in a vacuum, right? In a vacuum, when I look at the schedule, how we're looking at it now, in a vacuum, I'm like, this is a great schedule. This is a great schedule. But like you said, of the teams that we're competing against, we have the most stable core, right? The most stable core. Look at the big six, if you will, right? And when I say big six, I include Villa in there. Right, I include Villa, and then I take out Tottenham because Tottenham aren't really that big to me. I don't know, right? They finished 17 twice. But when I look at them, right, so Maresca looks like he's going in at City. Bernardo Silva, that dirtbag leaving, right? United, Carrick is in there, and Carrick looked good. I'm not going to lie, Carrick looked good. He got them firing. But you only had one match a week, fam. Like, you didn't have 3 matches a week to compete with. So, Carrick's there. So, that's United and City. Liverpool have a new manager, Iraola. He's going to have some turnover. What will he get? He's got Isak there, but, will he get anything out of them? Because they're injury prone. Chelsea are dumpster fire. Xabi Alonso's got a massive massive hill to climb. And then you have Aston Villa, right? Aston Villa, Unai Emery is probably one of the biggest, but Unai Emery is he's under financial strain, right? Villa still having FFP issues. So when you look at the top six, we are best placed to continue, right? We hope that all of our players come back healthy, but we also have the money to get depth. You know what I'm saying? We can get. I hope Martinelli does well in his game so he can go. We know Trossard is going. They're talking about Odegaard going. I hope Odegaard gets us 50 million. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. But yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right, Hendo. Like, we don't know. Yeah, but looking at that with the team that we have and what's going on around us, I like that schedule. I like how it's set. I think the harder games, the bogey grounds gonna come early. And we know that we always start well anyway. And then come the end of the season, we're playing at home or we're playing away to teams that we should probably beat. So that's how I feel. Godfrey says, yeah, a lot of people say Sevilla Heat is ridiculous. Yeah, bro. The south of Spain in general. But when I live near Cadiz, like, you get the breeze, right? Cadiz is beautiful, by the way. The beaches near Cadiz, and you're drinking sangria, you're on the beach, you can hear the water, you go in the water's nice. Oh man, take me back. Big up. I got you. Henry said hit the like button. Yeah, man, hit the like, and if you haven't, hit the subscribe, man. It's free. Let's get to 600. That's what I'm trying to get before the end of the World Cup. 600. And big up to the first lady. She always pops up, man. Big up to the first lady of the chat. It's nice to see her in here because she's working, but it's nice to see her. Big up to the first lady. Big up to all you in the chat and the handsome guy on the screen. Make sure you guys smash the like. Yes, please do, because the first lady said so. And you guys know, right? She's tough. She'll get you if you don't. So, but yeah. And big up to my guy, Prone. Big up my guy, Prone. How's it going, Prone? You probably still off, ain't it? You still on the back end of the 5 days. So, yeah. Big up to Prone. Big up to First Lady. Big up Hendo. Big up Godfrey. But yeah, man, that's the schedule. Let me see what else I can pull up here. I'll talk a little bit about. I will do a proper transfer tango when I have time. But it's hot. I'm popping in, popping out, and I'm doing. I had so much plans before. I had so many plans before the World Cup, and I thought that I'd be able to do those plans alongside the World Cup. It ain't been that easy. So, yeah. Big up, Prone. Said, yeah, work tomorrow. 2 day shifts, 3 night shifts, then 5 days off again. Listen, one thing I do not miss is night shifts. At the warehouse, nah, I do not miss those. I don't miss night shifts on the wards. I don't miss those, man. The one thing I love about my job that I have now is it's a literal 9 to 5. I don't clock in. I walk in that joint at 9 o'clock. I leave at 5 o'clock, or the days I get off early. And yeah, I'm just chilling, bro. Like, my work doesn't follow me home. I do not think about work when I leave here, right? And it doesn't, I mean, it can be a little bit boring and bland sometimes, but it pays well, and, you know, I'm not doing physical activity anymore. Like, I'm not hurting my back lifting boxes. You know, I'm not walking the wards and going from patient to patient. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. So, yeah, man, I like it. I like it. So, big up. What do I have next? What do I have next? So that's the schedule. That's the schedule bit. The next bit I wanted to talk about, because you guys know me, right? I like to talk on issues. It's not just Arsenal. I like to talk on issues in general. And I know that this has been going around, right? Jeremy Doku, You know, thinking of tea and biscuits at home though. Listen, I get tea and biscuits at work. I have nice older ladies who make me tea. And then we got a biscuit. We got like a biscuit corner, man. We just be getting tea and biscuits, man. So yeah, man, I love my job. I love my job. The one that I have now. The only thing I would change about my job is I wish I was doing it in Spain and not England, to be honest. If I lived back near the beach where I could just literally like do the stream, go walk on the beach and chill till my wife gets home, I would do that. But I'm not currently doing that right now. That's sad. And even if I did want to go to the beach in Portsmouth, it's very rocky. It's not sandy. It's a rocky beach. And I don't want that for me. And Pro say, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, man. Listen, I'll be getting the tickets and stuff. Not the tickets, the biscuits and stuff. My brain is fried, man. I'm boiling. But yeah, big up to Prone. But I wanted to talk about this. I did want to talk about this because I think this is shambolic. And I think that, to me, it opens up a wider question about how people view footballers and sports people, right? So if you haven't heard, Yermi Doku's wife is expecting in the next couple of weeks. And he's basically informed Belgium that, listen, when that time comes, I'm out of here. Like, I want to go back home to witness the birth of my first child. There's a presenter of L'Equipe, which, you know, the French publication, and she had her bit to say, which I find interesting and weird. But this is pretty much the quotes that were given that we have on the screen. And Doku says, it's my first child, so I would definitely want to be there. No one wants to miss the birth of their first child, but I also know that football involves many other considerations. Right? This lady from L'Equipe, this reporter, says there are 100 footballers who would like to be in your shoes, yet you're going to walk away from it all to attend the birth of your child. A disgusting moment where the dad is completely useless. Now, I don't know France Pierron, I think her name is. But I just want to Google her real quick. I wonder if she has children. Does she have children? Can I find her? I don't think she has does she have a Wikipedia page? I don't see her on Wikipedia. I don't see her. I don't know if she has any children, but to me, it sounds like she doesn't. Right? This is me. I don't have any biological kids. Right? I have been a big brother, and you know, I have been a big brother. I've been a stepdad at points in my life, and I have been a godfather. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around many kids. And my friends have had kids. My siblings have had kids. And my homeboy, right? My homeboy Webb, he's a cop now. But me and him, we used to be thick as thieves when I lived in America. I remember him, man. Bro, this guy was the coldest dude you ever seen, bro. The coldest dude, like, his tolerance of BS. I'm talking about, bro, we'd be at work and people would talk to him and he just shut them down. The coldest dude, like ice cold. When that dude had his first kid, his whole mentality changed, bro. This man, bro, he went from Vinnie Jones hard man to soft as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, bro. Soft as could be. Right? And he was there every step of like, he was there. Right? So That's the joy of being a parent, right? I just find it difficult that this came from a woman, right? And listen, I'm not being sexist or anything, but if someone had, if you had told me somebody said her comments, I'd say, damn, that's a dude who's never had kids, not a lady. I just would have never thought that would come from a lady, especially if she has kids. It's a weird comment to me, right? Now, like I said, I don't have children, but there are a couple of moments in life as an adult that you don't want to miss. Childbirth is near the top of those, right? Because you never get a second chance to be at your first child's birth. You just don't. It never comes back again, right? The thing that I find interesting is that Doku, in his quote, has to say there are many other. There's no consideration, bro. I do not care. You guys know I love Sevilla. I love Arsenal, right? I love Puerto Rico. If I had been selected to be a coach for Puerto Rico in the Olympics, and it was either our game in the semifinal or the birth of my first child, no question. Hey man, you guys have trained as well as I could. I'm going to go see my first child being born, because you never get that again. That might be your only child. You never know. And even if it isn't your only child, that first child, the first child that makes you a parent, that makes you a father, makes you a mother, is different, bro. I've been told it's different than anything, right? So the whole thing is weird to me. The whole thing is weird to me. And then she calls the act of childbirth disgusting. Is it? Listen, I come from a medical background. Yeah, it's kind of gross, bro. You got all kind of body fluids and liquids coming out of there, right? We know this, but to call it disgusting, bro, come on, do better. The bit that annoys me was the last bit that says where the dad is completely useless. Bro, it just sounds like anti-men there, right? It sounds like anti-football, like that's what it sounds, bro. It sounds like anti-men. Yes, the dad ain't pushing the baby out, but most couples who are having a child, they want the father to be there, supporting the mother, cutting the umbilical cord. The dad does play a role, bro. You just not only did you marginalize childbirth, you marginalize fathers. You put your entire foot deep down your gullet, bro. Deep down your gullet, bro. Now, what I want to speak about, right? There's two things, because I think of everything. I don't just take it at face value. I like to think about things, right? I think about two things, right? One, him being a football, and also him being black, right? And I listen, people always say, what does race have to do? If this was Harry Kane, would this be the same conversation? If this was Antoine Griezmann, would we be having the same conversation? If this was Kevin De Bruyne, would she have said these things to Kevin De Bruyne? So that's something I think about. Is it because they expect him to be worker and work for Belgium? That the race thing, I think about that. As a guy, as a mixed guy, I think about that. The second thing I think about is being a footballer, bro. Sacrificing being a human being for being first off, let's be honest, right? And I'll get into your comments. I see you guys. Belgium ain't winning the World Cup. Let's be honest. We seen in the first couple Belgium games, they ain't winning the World Cup. They ain't beating Argentina. They don't look like they can beat Brazil. They not beating Spain. They not beating France. They ain't winning the World Cup. So you want this guy to miss a once-in-a-lifetime event to get knocked out anyway? Bro, stop it. Stop it. It's weird, bro. It is absolutely weird. Big up to everybody in the chat. Let me get into the comments. Big up to Jack. What's up, Jack? Work at the beach. Let's go. Where do I sign? Listen, I wish. I want to be at the beach so bad. I'm in here sweating. Prone bigging up Jack. Jack bigging up Prone. Jack said, first Google, is she a human being? Maybe she's AI generated. Bro, it has to be something. I saw this and I keep seeing this. I'm like, why is this even a story? And then she's come out and apologized. Like, it's the same thing with racismo, bro. You come out and apologize. No, you said your first mind, bro. You said it was like, the apology means nothing to me because you just say what's on your mind. If I'm not racist, I don't say racist things. If I'm not sexist, I don't say sexist things. I'm an Arsenal hater. So I say, I'm not an Arsenal hater. My bad. I'm a Tottenham hater. So I say things pro Arsenal and V Tottenham. Right? I'm a Tottenham hater. I'm a self-admitted Tottenham hater. The first thing that comes out of my mind is always bantering Tottenham. I don't have to think about it because I know that's what I am. Like, so, but I don't think about hating on Arsenal. I don't think about hating on Sevilla. I don't think about hating on the Miami Heat, like, because I love those things. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about this stuff in general. The dapping's going around. If Doku didn't attend the birth of his first child, he'd also exactly. Oh, he's cold because he cares more about Belgium than supporting his beautiful wife who's having his child. He's made her do it alone. We not, bro. It's a lose-lose situation. But Belgium ain't winning the World Cup, so it really ain't. Hendo says, good for Doc, he wants to be president. Yeah, bro. Listen, when it's my time, when little baby Rican comes out, yeah, bro, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be bro, I'm going to be in the room from corner to corner. You need me to do this? You need me to do this? What you need? What you need? What you need? What you need? That's going to be me. I don't know if I could go down south because, you know, I want to see the baby when it come out. I don't want to see the anatomy of the baby coming out. If that makes sense to me. Like, I'm not squeamish. There's just there's things that in my imagination that I like to say how I picture them. You know what I'm saying? You know, you guys know what I mean. We're on the same wavelength. But yeah, bro, when my first child comes, yeah, I'm cutting umbilical cord. I'm getting fluid all, bro. I don't care. Because that moment will never happen again. I can have 2 or 3 children. That moment will never happen again. Right? Dappin's going around. Big up, bro. France Pierre sounds like yeah. She doesn't sound like a mom if that's how she described childbirth. She must be single. Because that, I don't know. It sounds weird to me, bro. Big up, Hendo. Big up to PFC. Thank you for stopping by. Prone said I was there for every child I have. Yeah, bro, you were present because you're father. And believe it or not, when your child comes out, you know, you might not be able to remember the day you were born, but the imprinting thing happens, bro. Your voice, your touch, being there, bro, it means something. And like that man, bro, what if there's a complication? Right? And I hate to be negative. What if there's a complication? And now he's off playing a game. And, you know, God forbid, he loses both his wife and his child. Those things happen. Childbirth isn't just, oh, let's sit there, poof, right? Like I said, I work at a hospital, right? I work at a hospital, and I've worked with doctors. You know, one of the first doctors I worked with was an obstetrician. So I know the joys and the grim reality of childbirth, right? So what if there's something that goes wrong and they need the father's input? Hey, save the child, save the mother. he's not there. They say they don't save either. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if something happens as far as the complication, and he's in America watching his team, not only have I lost the World Cup, I've lost something dear to me. I wasn't there to support my wife, and she needed me. It's just weird, bro. This shouldn't have to be explained. It shouldn't have to be explained. And like I said, it looks like she's come out and apologized. I just Googled it. But apology doesn't matter. You said how you felt. You're only apologizing because they took you off of L'Keep and they took you off the TV. That's it. My bad. Hendo said, "Are you enjoying the 24 hours a day?" Like, that's one thing I can't do. I like Iceland. I would like to visit Iceland and Alaska, but bro, looking at the sun all day, nah, fam, I can't think about it. Yeah, being a good father, yeah, man, that's what being a good father is all about. I can tell you, I was not useless. I know, man. Like I said, I've been there. I was there at the birth of my little brother. I named him. My mom was knocked out, and he was this big, and I named him, bro. And I said, I watch over you, bro. And I still do, both spiritually and sometimes financially, right? But because we're so there's a big gap in our ages that, you know what I'm saying, I helped raise that kid. So for me, it's like, you know, he's one of my adopted children, my little brother. And I've seen him since he was tiny to a grown man. He's a grown man now. Right? And I can just imagine how it is for biological fathers. And stepdads as well. There's stepdads who take care of kids who ain't theirs. But it was a weird comment, bro. I'm great, just been doing stuff. Yep. Big up to Prone. The moral support is so important to your wife during birth. Yeah, man. But listen, this is the thing people aren't talking about. He's already making a sacrifice by being at the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? His wife's probably having cravings and nausea and things, and he's at the World Cup representing his country. So he's already missing those things, and he's probably FaceTiming her every opportunity he gets. You know, he's sending people around to make sure she's okay, right? So he's already missing a bit anyway. So now you're gonna tell him to miss the finale to watch Belgium get crashed out of the World Cup? Bro, stop it. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted by her comments. Yard work, regular work, kids, pets, always something. Yeah, man, always something. Joy's being a dad. At least it's not boiling hot in Iceland. It's down here in London, 38 degrees right now. I ain't leaving my air conditioned home off. Listen, y'all see the jersey, man? I've got it on 3, bro. I don't even feel like it's on me, bro. Is it on 3? Listen, I'm boiling. I feel you guys. Pro said it's a mild and chill, nice summer. Lucky bugger. Good for my potatoes in the ground. I love potatoes. I love potatoes. Like, bro, chips or fries in America, bro. That's why I actually love Belgium and the Netherlands. Chip shops everywhere, bro. Specifically just for chips. Oh man, I can eat those every day. Big up Jack. He said, if Harry Kane missed the World Cup for the birth of his child, they'd be talking about how some things are more important than soccer. How he's supporting his wife. Yeah, bro. Exactly. And this is why I think about, is it a racial thing as well? Right? Because if this was Harry Kane, if this was KDB, right? They'd be talking, oh my gosh, this is what fatherhood's all about. But when it comes to Doku, no, you go run for your country. Bro, it fit to me, right? It feels a little bit racial, bro. Go sing and dance for the motherland. And what you got going on in a second. That's what it feels like to me. It might not be how she said it, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Big up to Jack, though. They actually wanted to offer me a job. Give me a job. A job at the maternity unit. Yeah. You guys are funny. He said, yeah, you should have been there. You would think I was the one giving birth. Listen, I think I'd be nervous. I'm usually calm in situations. But like, bro, childbirth, like just because of the work that I've done in hospitals, childbirth is sometimes it's 50-50, bro. I'd be sweating, bro. I'd be sweating. And then once the baby come out, I'll be like, T-minus 18 years. And I sweat. But yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, just I'd want to be there. Jack said, Reed, you know this, the care patients get with families present different when they're absent. Medical staff acts. Listen, especially as a single woman, right? And Jack, it's important you bring up, and I know this is supposed to be an Arsenal show, but this is a pop-up show, and you guys know me. You who are in the chat, you know how we go. We talk about any and everything. But I've just been hearing so much of this, it's annoyed me to my core. It's annoyed me to my core that I keep seeing it. The fact that it's a story, and it shouldn't have been a story. She should have been sat and been like, listen, your opinion doesn't matter, right? Now people are gonna look at her funny because you've let your true feelings out. But I digress. Jack says that medical staff treat you different when family are there versus when they don't. And that's a good point, because sometimes medical staff, when you have a baby as a woman and you don't have any support there, you're looked at as a harlot, bro. You're basically a whore. Let's just be honest. You're about to have a child and ain't nobody there. The father of the child ain't there. Your mama ain't there. Your daddy ain't there. Bro, they look at you funny. As a single mom going, they look at you funny, bro. Let's be honest. Right? Let's be completely honest. They treat you like the scum of the earth. Not everybody. This is. I don't want to paint everybody, but there are places, right? Like I said, I come from South Florida. I know a lot of people that had kids, and I know a lot of women, right? So, and I've heard these things from the women that I'm friends with, right? They treat you different. When it comes to medical advice and things, they treat you different if you're by yourself. But when you have somebody there advocating for you, they can't do you a certain way. They can't treat you a certain way. And this is something, bro, that I know that's going on in Doku's mind. And this is not a football thing. This is not a rivalry. I don't like Belgium. I don't like City. We know this. This is a human being thing, right? Listen, I tell you guys all the time. I can't stand Bernardo Silva. I can't stand Bernardo Silva. I can't stand Bruno Fernandes. I can't stand Man United as a whole. Any one of those players in this situation, I'm backing them to the hill. I don't care if they was a Tottenham player. Richarlison, can't stand that dude. If Richarlison was in this same situation, I'm backing him to the hill, because that is a life thing. It's not a football thing. It's a life thing. Everybody wants to be there for the birth of their kid. Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Good parents who have been there as a couple, and they've created that child, and they've been there for term. They want to be there at the birth. This shouldn't even be a thing. So, yeah, man. And that's a good point. They treat you different if you're by yourself. They treat you like the scum of the earth. But if he's there, if his family's there, then she'll be taken care of. Especially with his status and his money. She'll be taken care of. I just felt like I had to speak on this because I think it's weird. I think it's weird she even came out with this. Big up to Wahaha. That's the second United fan we had in here. Big up to you guys. Hannah said, spot on, Jack. I've heard of some real horror stories in maternity units for the poor women giving birth to partners out there. Even if someone's not getting neglect. Yeah, bro, treat it like the scum of the earth. Because you're treated as a harlot. You know what I'm saying? You're a lady of the night. That's what you are, bro. And it shouldn't be like that. Sometimes people just can't get there. Sometimes moments happen, but bro, that happens, and it's sadness. And he don't want his wife to go through that, and I don't blame him. You shouldn't even have to rationalize why that man's flying back. 8 likes so far. Thank you, Quaja. Run up the likes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I will be back as well, but I didn't want to talk about this stuff on the live stream. I want to talk more positive things, but I felt like I had to cover this. Make sure you subscribe to Prom. Make sure you subscribe to Quaja. Make sure you subscribe to everybody who got a channel. Do the right thing. Big up to Quaja. Yeah, big up to Quaja. And good afternoon to Quaja as well. Belgium going out to state, bro. For it, listen, Belgium, they trash, bro. It ain't like they're having a blinder like Argentina. Like, bro, they ain't been good. So you didn't even have to say this. This didn't even have to come out your mouth. But now you made yourself look dumb. So it won't matter, Doc. Yeah, bro. It won't matter. It'll probably be in Cancun anyway. Waha says bloody journalists should stop playing moral police, especially in person. Bro, even a morality thing, like where did she think? And this is why I think that race has some undertones. Where did you think that was okay to say that? Like when you look at this quote, there are hundreds of footballers that would kill to be in your shoes. It almost feels like there are 100 white people that would be there are 100 white. I'm just listen. This is my channel. I'm gonna say it how it is. If I offend you, I apologize. There are 100 white French people who would love to be in your shoes, Doku, and you're just gonna go out and leave. You should be lucky to be here. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. You should be happy to be here, Doku. And childbirth, disgusting. You ain't doing nothing anyway. Go play. Go kick a football. It sounds like, and I don't know if you guys know basketball, but there was ages ago where there was a presenter and he said, just shut up and dribble. Don't talk about anything going on in the world. Shut up and dribble. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it feels like to me. It's weird. It's weird, especially coming from a woman as well. Which is the fact that it came from a woman leads me to believe that it wasn't just a football thing. It's something deeper. Right? That's what it feels like to me. And like I said, I don't want to offend nobody, but I can only speak on the things that I feel and how I've experienced life. And I've heard things like this in life, in my actual life. People saying things, you should be happy to be here. There'd be 1,000 people that would be happy to be in your position, working at the hospital or a warehouse. I've heard these things, bro. So yeah, it seems weird for me. First time is always nervous, Rican. After that, you know what you're walking into. Yeah. I'll probably be a mess, bro, to be honest. And I'm usually calm under pressure. I'll probably be a mess. I'll probably be nervous, right? Because I know it's not always straightforward. But I'll be happy. Because then I'll have 2 people in my life to beat me up. And big up to Quaja. Thank you for coming back. Big up Wahaha. They ain't even journalists, more like, yeah, activists, yeah. Terrible, bro. Make sure you like. Thank you, Quaja. I grew up around hospitals because of family. I know how these settings work. If you're not, they don't. And it's not just childbirth. It's just care in general, right? I deal with it a lot here. The older population, the elderly, when they go to hospital, they don't have advocates, bro. And a lot of times it's just do what we can. They don't have people. And then you hear people like, I had to get this for my mother. I had to get this for my father, right? Because people, and it's not just, right? And I know we're not talking about football anymore. We're talking about life. This is a life channel. Right? I tell you guys this all the time, right? But when it comes to the medical field, especially here in the UK, most of the medical facilities, even in America, they're understaffed, right? A lot of these companies, they're getting paid a lot, and they want to do as much work with as little staff as possible. You can find it in mostly every hospital, right? Can we get the most work while paying the least amount of money? That's how it always been. That's just a capitalist way, right? So you've got a lot of these medical personnel who are overworked, who are tired, who are, here in the UK, the NHS is having a tough time. Like, they're talking about one nurse to 7 patients. You're walking around the wards caring for 7 patients. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot on you. You might not always be able to give the best care to everyone. But, you know what I'm saying? It sucks for the family if they're not there to advocate, to say, hey, nurse, this hasn't been done. This hasn't happened yet. You know what I'm saying? They need this. It's a the medical field is tough and it's terrible. And I'm lucky that I work in admin and don't have to deal with half of that stuff anymore. But yes, it's a sad thing. But in the case of life, this shouldn't even be a thing to want to see a life being brought into the world. Yeah, bro. Make sure you subscribe to Wahaha. Please do. Make sure you subscribe to anyone who has a channel. Put it in there. Make sure you subscribe to Quacha as well. Same here. My dad was an OBS. Wow, Hendo. Wow. So you're aware of all the things that can go wrong during childbirth. It's not just how chickens lay eggs. Just sit here, pop it out. Some women it's like that. You have to think about other factors. Endometriosis, PCOS or whatever they call it. I forgot what they call it now. But, polycystic ovaries, prolapses that can happen, complications like umbilical cords rolling around necks, the placenta opening too early, the cervix not dilating enough, dilating too much. Like, there's so many factors, and it's all dependent on the woman who's giving birth. It's just so many factors, bro. And you're telling this man not to go support his woman to play football and eventually lose anyway. Weird. Doctors and medical staff. Yeah, man. Same. I got a lot of medical staff. Nurses, yeah, man. I studied nursing before I went to uni. When I was in high school, I did a nursing degree. During my high school, I was, the certified medical administration. Did a little work as an EMT. Qualified as an EMT. I've done medical administration. That's what I do now. I do medical administration, but I've been around, so I know the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yep, goes without saying. It does, bro. It does. I'm sorry I took so long on this. I'm just really passionate when it comes to life and people. This is why I do sociology. Why I did sociology. It's why I did psychology, because I like people and I like helping people get better. And I hate using hate, because hate is a strong emotion, and to me, it's like semi-permanent. You know what I'm saying? Like it. But I hate when things like this happen. I hate when people say things like this without thinking. It annoys me to no end, and I have to speak on it. Like, I can't go and just let it go. Big up Quacha. Yep. Jack giving out the dappings. Big up Adam Almino. I'm sorry it took so long to get to your comment, bro. We waffle over here, especially when I'm passionate about something. So I have just gone on a little waffle. She wanted any reason. Yeah, and I feel that she wanted any reason to say, saying some off the wall stuff, and she did, and now she's paying for it, and she's probably gonna go and cry crocodile tears, because that's what happens. You say whatever you like, you give them an apology, crocodile tears, you see them again. Crazy. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Yeah, bro, she overstepped, and she tripped and fell and broke her ankle. Some people wait for the first opportunity. They do. And to me, it feels like she was holding it. And yeah, it didn't come off. I'd sooner say listen, that was said, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the last line where the dad is completely useless gives me strong anti-men vibes. Like hey, do you have kids of your own? Do you have a man or a woman? Right? Equal opportunity over here. Do you have a partner? Adam said she really wanted to say you ungrateful. But that's the undertone of it, right? And like I said, I don't, you make everything about race. Race has an important place in society, and most of the times it's negative. But like I said, I use Harry Kane, but he's English. She's French. She's reporting on the Belgian national team. Do you think she would have said this to Kevin De Bruyne? Would she have said this to Kevin De Bruyne? I don't think so. And if she did, maybe. We know that she got something wrong with her, but yeah. Big up to Prone. He's saying, yeah, I can't believe this person was saying, bro, I can't believe it. But like I said, I've seen it all over my feeds. It keeps coming out. And you guys know me. I like to speak on things I'm passionate about. That's why I created a YouTube channel. And I appreciate all of you guys who are sitting here listening to me waffle. Thank you for hitting that like. Thank you for hitting the share. And if you're in here, I think it was put on sub only mode. So you sub to me. So thank you. The Doku and this lady made their choice about it, and we should respect that when they ain't doing anything inherently wrong. Why did we even have to comment on it? Like, this lady should have just said, fair play to him. I know that it's a big moment, but some things are bigger than football. That's not the way she went. You should be grateful for being here. Big up to Wahaha. Big up to Quadra as well. Jack saying baby coming out sideways. Breech birth? Yeah, bro. There's so many things that could go wrong. Or baby dying in the womb like mine did. My condolences. My condolences to you, Prone. We lost our baby 22 weeks in. We had to give birth. The cord was wrapped around the neck of my son 3 times. Listen, like I said, I work in the hospital now, and I've seen this firsthand. The pain of getting close to a human being, for them to not even be able to experience their life, bro. And this is why I do subscribers only mode. Like, I did subscribers only mode when I talk about these things, and I do it for the Waffle House for that reason, right? If you want to be in here and talk about life, if you want to be in here and talk about things, like, I want you to be a part of this community. I don't want people coming in here giving their 2 cents and dipping out, because I think that we talk about some real stuff on this channel. That's what this channel is about, right? It's what this is, a football channel, but it's also a life channel, right? And I want to grow my community of like-minded people and people that I disagree with. Waha's in here. We don't support the same team. We think different things, but we're respectful. PFC was in here. We don't support the same team. We're respectful. And one thing I will say, right? I do want, because it's on my mind, right? I haven't seen Brian relegation to world champs. I think that's his name, right? I haven't seen Brian in the chat. I hope that Brian's all right. I hope his mom's okay. I haven't seen him around, and he usually pops in. I usually see him sometimes in views chats as well. I haven't seen him around lately. His mom has had some things going on. So, Brian, if you're watching this, I hope you're okay, bro. My blessings go out to you. I just haven't seen you around. And I hope everything's okay. So, if someone has seen him, just let me know. But I haven't seen him around, so he's one of my regulars. So when I don't see you, I kind of wonder, right? So big up. Yeah, that's all I can say to Prone, man. And he said, thanks. It was many years ago, and it doesn't make it easier, man. Like, it doesn't make it easier. Like I said, I've been in situations in life. I've lived a lot of life, and it doesn't make things easier. I can't imagine the pain and the stress, even though you have kids now, right? Your mind still remembers, because you never know. It's always a what if situation. So yeah, man, big up to Prone, and thank you for stopping by. Prone was one of the top supporters of the channel, and I always appreciate when you share things. You don't have to, but I do appreciate you sharing things, because this is therapy. All right, YouTube is therapy, so big up. Bless you, Rican Futbol. Always good to know first aid. Yeah, man, I do. I know first aid, CPR. I need to actually probably get recertified at this point, but yeah, man, I know. Yeah, the defibrillator. Yeah. I just know these things for life, man. I remember when I lived in North Carolina, I was driving, and there was a lady on the side of the road. She got into a wreck. Her leg was, you know what I'm saying, out, and I was just making sure. I didn't touch her or anything, but you know, I stopped by the side of the road and I said, hey, you know, is there anything we can do to help? Because you don't want everybody crowding her. And she said she's okay. Well, she wasn't okay, but you know, she was stable. And then the paramedics came. So it's just good to know things in certain situations. That's why it's important to be there just to support your partner. No job is more important than to be there, bro. I'm not pushing out the baby. I can't do nothing but hold hands, you know, white forehead, and just talk to you. But that means a lot more than not being there. So yeah, man. I will never know what it's like to have a life grow inside of me. I'll never know what it's like to lose it. I'll never know what it's like to bring life into this world. But if I can support my woman in doing those things, if I can support my wife in doing those things, yeah, bro, I don't care what's going on. Listen, you guys know me. You follow me. If Puerto Rico made it to the World Cup final, and it was you watch Puerto Rico or watch your first child being born, I'll catch it on the highlights, my guy. I'll catch it on playback. And guess what? I'll say, man, Dad, where were you when Puerto Rico won the World Cup? I was watching something better. I was watching you born into the world. That's it, bro. It's not a contest for me. It's a no-brainer. Prone said facts. I clicked too hard. Birth is something that can't be taken for granted. Listen, me personally, right? I like to share it sometime too. I was a premature baby, right? I was born. I want to say I was born about 6 months. I think I was born at 6 months. I was a very premature baby. My mom, may rest her soul, she was a high risk pregnancy. And she pushed out me and my brother, but she was a high risk pregnancy, and I almost took her out. You guys know what I'm talking about. I almost took her out of here. I was premature and still almost took her out of here, bro. Right? She was in the hospital for a long time because of me, right? So the fact that I'm here, like I should have been here, bro. They had to fight for me. I was a NICU baby. I see you. But I'm here, right? It's probably part of the reason why I ain't grow. I got impatient and couldn't finish. Right? Could have been 6 foot. It's my own fault. But, you know what I'm saying? My dad was there. And the second time, my dad was there and I was there. And we made sure. My little brother was premature as well. 4 pounds, 6 ounces. I'm just saying, bro. I'm lucky to be here. But I was here because my dad was there advocating. My grandparents were there advocating. There would be no Puerto Rican without advocates. Just saying. We as a society are fine when dads just get dead drunk somewhere when their partner's getting birth. But if the man is practicing his art at an event, he worked. Yeah. We're fine. But he makes that choice, man. That choice is between Doku and his wife. or his partner. I don't know if they married, but let's just say I keep saying wife, so I'm gonna keep saying it. Right? That's between Doku and his wife. Disgusting. Disgusting moment. Yeah, my condolences. Yeah, man. My condolences are prone, man. Thanks, man. It's a long time, 12 years. He would have been 12. And like I said, it hurts, man, because you just never know. You don't know. It's the unknown. But big up to you, Prone. Thank you for sharing, man. I always appreciate you coming into the chat. We don't support the same team, but we're all human beings. I don't care what team you support. What matters is that you're good. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And listen. I joke that I'm a Tottenham hater. One of my doctors that I work with now, he's a Tottenham. He's a great guy, bro. He chose the wrong team, but he's a great guy. He's a great person. He's very helpful. When I need help, I can go to him and say, I need help with this. No problem. Hey, I need you to call this patient for me. No problem. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Because some things are bigger than football, man. I gotta watch the time as well too, because I gotta go pick up the missus. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys, but if she don't get picked up on time, bro, I get the death stare, and I don't want that for me. We named him Lucas. Well, rest in peace to Lucas as well. And Lucas is still here, and you and the family. He's always in your heart in a perfect form. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I know Prom is religious. You know, God always has a plan. Right? That's what I was always told. My dad, little tidbit about me, my dad was a Baptist pastor. My dad was a pastor most of my life, so I'm well versed in Christianity. But yeah, he always told me. I call him sometimes, and I say when things aren't going wrong. And he always tell me the same thing. God has a plan. You don't know what it is, but everything that happens when it needs to. So, big up to you, Prom. It still sucks though. Life is tough, but that's just how it is. Sometimes. Big up, no worries, mate. Good afternoon. Big up to Quadra. Big up, Hendo. Got a dash. Probably ages ago, but big up, Hendo, man, for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yep, and as my initial point, it's Doku and the latest decision, and we don't have no right to judge them for it. Yeah, man, we don't. We don't at all. Take care. Yep. Big up to Views, and it's the Views tube. Big up to Views. Big up to Man Like Views too. Make sure you go subscribe to him, Quadra, if you can. Can we get Views 3,422 links in there? Make sure you subscribe to Views, man. Right? Especially now in these dark times. All right, Views has had his shirt off. His house is boiling. I know how we feel. Listen. I don't want to scare you guys with what's under here, so I wouldn't do it. But I know where he's coming from, right? I'm in Portsmouth, which is definitely more. It's definitely cooler than London, bro. It's still baking, bro. The fan is here. It's right next to my face, bro. This is the fan, right? It's next to my face, and I'm still boiling. I just broke it. Give me a second. Right next to my face, on full pelt, bro. I'm boiling. Make sure you subscribe to Quadra. Yep, please do. In my belief system, Lucas will be waiting to greet you in heaven. Yep. I agree. I appreciate it. Yep. Adam Almino, big up. I lost 2 siblings to miscarriage. Yeah. See ya. Big up to Adam Almino. And yeah, man. There's always a thought. Bro, when you lose a sibling, even a sibling, or a child, a parent, there's always the what ifs, man. In loss of life, there's always the what ifs, right? I'm honest with you guys. Like, my mom's been gone now. In August, it would have been 10 years she's been gone, right? And there's something that sometimes I struggle because, like, I'm doing this YouTube thing, and it's something that I would have been like, hey, mom, I'm doing this. And my mother was the type of person that, bro, I could open an ice cream cart and have 20 ice creams in there. She telling everybody in the family, she telling all of her friends, anybody, my son got an ice cream cart. Make sure you go buy ice cream. The 20 ice cream is gone, right? And it's not even about the YouTube channel. It's just about being proud. Like, it's something that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't call my mom and say, hey, mom, I did this YouTube thing. I'm doing the World Cup. Like, it's not something I can do, right? And that sucks. It's a loss. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the siblings, like, you think about that. Like, man, coming up, I would have had a brother or I would have had a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have had this or that. So, it's tough. And if you have kids, would we have watched football together? Would we have, gone, would I have been painting dollhouses? Like, it's always the what if and the absence of having the thing that you thought you were going to have. And it sucks. And it's life. So yeah. Tough. Views boo, drop and win. Listen, that's what views boo. Yeah, man. I like views, man. Big up views. Big up views, man. I like views. Views is a he's an angry uncle, bro. He's an angry uncle. He's like your grumpy uncle. But your grumpy uncle always says some funny stuff, right? I got a couple, man. Grumpy is all outdoors, bro. But then you'll catch him and you'll be like, bro, Uncle funny. He funny as heck, bro. But yeah, views, I got time for views, man. And Shane as well. Shane is another grumpy uncle. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to all the views channel, man. Show them some love, right? The YouTube purge is happening and the smaller channels are feeling it. But we continue, right? Because we do it for the community and the love. Big up the prominent chat, always. Views giving the dappins, as he would say. Adam, big up. Yep. Sorry to hear Adam. I know firsthand. Yeah, man, stuff. Jack says, if you know women who lost children, miscarriage, or otherwise, they don't forget. If you're not there, your partner won't forget. Be there always for your family, right? And yeah, man, this is the one thing I would say. Like, my dad was always where he needed to be, bro. He was always where he needed to be. Like I said, when my mom was having my brother and she had complications, my dad was there. He was in the room making decisions. Right? So, yeah. He said, go get started, chat. We'll talk later. Listen, I still got about 20 minutes before I had to go get her. But I will wrap up in a bit anyway. Because I probably need to take a shower, bro. It's baking. But I'll be out here for like 10 more minutes. Because she gets off at 6 my time. It's 5:10. So it only takes me about 15 minutes to get to her if I drive slow. But I do need to go to the store. Do I need to go to the store? Listen, Little got some cookies. Them joints great. I've been trying to get them. They always sold out, but yeah. Well said, Jack, and very true. Yeah, man, very. Last things I wanted to cover though before we left. And big up to everybody who is still with me. Oh God. I wanted to cover this because I know I said that I will be bringing back Transfer Tango, but this is another one, right? Let me see. Let me see. I'll pull it up. All right, there we go. I think I got it. So Argentina's Alvarez wants to leave Atletico Madrid, right? This is the biggest thing that Arsenal fans been talking about. Will Alvarez come to Arsenal, right? And there was an article that was talking about a swap deal, Gyökeres and 50 mil, I think it was, for Gyökeres and 50 mil for Alvarez. Hold on, I was making sure. I couldn't see views' comments, but I had top chats on. I was like, I was making sure I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, so Alvarez, listen, Alvarez doesn't want to come to Arsenal, right? He would, but it's quite obvious, right? I spoke with the people at Atletico I need to speak with, and the best for everyone is a transfer. I want to fulfill my dream, right? What is his dream? Barcelona. He wants to go play for Barcelona, right? He's Argentine. He's played with Messi, right? He wants to go to Barcelona. And I don't blame him, right? I don't blame him. You know, Barcelona are a big club. And Barcelona and Real Madrid have a certain pull amongst Latin America that other teams just don't have. They don't have it, right? They just don't have it. Now, this is the thing. Alvarez to Arsenal twist is just clickbait, bro. It's probably just clickbait. He requests transfer, right? The issue that Alvarez is running into is Atletico Madrid don't want to sell to Barcelona, right? And it's interesting because if you know anything about La Liga, the big three in La Liga, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, right? I mean, Athletic Club Bilbao are there, as one of the bigger clubs. But we're talking about in the last 20 years, right? It's been Atletico, it's been Real Madrid versus Barca, with Atletico still in a couple of them. So they've been the big three. Atletico Madrid feel that they don't want to sell to literally their direct rival, right? It's their direct rival. They're rivaling Barcelona for trophies. You sell him to Barcelona, you've weakened yourself and made Barcelona stronger. They don't want to do that. So what have they said? There's no amount of money for which Barcelona can buy Julian Alvarez. He will not be transferred to Barcelona. Either they pay the release clause for 500 million euro, which we know Barcelona do not have. They don't have, but they ain't paying that, or there's no deal. So now, and I will look at some of the other transfers, but I want to focus on Alvarez, because they said twist. This is how they clickbait you. That's it, right? This is the thing that annoys me about Arsenal as well, right? Not the club, but the name, right? Arsenal target Alvarez request transfer. You click on that, they take you to, right? He requests transfer. That's it. He didn't say he wanted to come to Arsenal. He didn't say Arsenal was a preferred destination. People throw Arsenal in there, and it's just all over the joint, right? He wants to fulfill his dream. That's it. That's all he wants to do, right? Fulfill his dream. But I know that he's not going to Arsenal if he has a choice. He's either going to stay at Atletico Madrid, which it doesn't seem like he wants to do, or they're going to force to go to Barcelona. Now, if I'm Arsenal, this is what I would do. If I'm Arsenal, I say, listen, I'll buy you from Atletico, probably 80 mil. Sit here for 2 years. We'll sell you Barcelona for 100. Not sit here, but he'll probably win things. But we'll sell you to Barcelona. When Barcelona come in for 100 mil, on your bike, fella. That's what I would do. But yeah. So that's Julian Alvarez. Barcelona is not Barcelona. Barcelona are his first kind of hope. Arsenal, he'd probably take, but it ain't what he wants, man. And I don't want players who just want to come here because their dream move fell through. I want players who want to come play for Arsenal. Now, the next news stories, I'm focusing on these 5, right? Because it's the latest one. This is another guy we were linked with, Marcus Rashford. Apparently, Tottenham are plotting a move for him for I think about 40. That's what United want. 40 mil. This is what I don't understand. Barcelona had a clause that would allow him to come for 26 mil, and they paid what? 50? How much did they pay for Gordon? More than that. They paid more than 26. So, big up Pro, he said 500 mil, that's mad? Yeah. What did the Metro say about Rodgers today? I'll look it up in 2 seconds, bro. But yeah. 26 million. And Waha says they paid 80 million euros. So that's what, 65 million pounds? And you couldn't pay 26 million for Marcus Rashford? Bro, somebody lying. Somebody lying, bro. Somebody absolutely lying. So yeah. There's that bit. Chelsea make moves to sign Adam Wharton. Well, that says Bergvall decision. They have no plans to. They want Bergvall. That's Bergvall. Why did you send me here? Igor Thiago would be perfect for De Zerbi. Oh goodness. That says 1 day ago. What's going on here? Why are they embarrassing me in front of my friends? I also picked the standard because I know that they have the links. But this is what the next one we want to talk about. Man United reaching Fernandes deal. Yeah, we knew that already. But this is what I'm talking about. Agent Rice working on Rodgers deal. I hate ads. Right? Declan Rice could provide yet provide a key boost in Arsenal's quest to sign Morgan Rodgers. He doesn't have to boost much. Morgan Rodgers wants to come here. We've probably already agreed personal terms. All we have to do is finesse. We got to finesse him. Aston Villa. The issue is we know that Unai Emery don't want to do us any favors. But I need Morgan Rodgers at the carpet ASAP. And in order to facilitate him coming to the carpet, I need a certain Martin Odegaard to vacate the premises. But yeah. According to the Daily Mail, Arsenal now stepping up their interest in Rodgers, with 3 Lions teammate Rice saving a charm offensive at the World Cup camp, where there's also Bukayo Saka and Eze. Bro, they're I know there's an offensive, and it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Villa set a top asset for 85 million, which is fine. Anything more than 85, I don't want to pay another 100 million. 85, good enough. Let me see what Prom. Let's get that. So according to the Metro, Morgan Rogers made Arsenal transfer decision. Oh God! After Chelsea and Man United interest, quite keen to join Arsenal. Why wouldn't you be? We the champs. The champ is here. After discussing the move with England World Cup teammate Declan Rice. Listen, I would like David Raya and Mikel Merino to be talking to some of them Spanish teammates as well. You know what I'm saying? Talk to a couple of them. Be like, hey, man, you want to come? Listen, I honestly think we're going to get some Spanish players in anyway, because we know that Mikel Arteta, like Wenger used to be the French players, Mikel Arteta likes the Spanish players. We'll see more of that. He scored 14 goals, 11 assists in all competitions. Yeah, accelerate interest. Listen, these are all the buzzwords. Accelerate, charm offensive, talks progressing. We've heard this all before. Listen, I usually don't cover transfers until I see them holding up the shirt, but I want Morgan Rogers, so I'm, you know what I'm saying? A move to Old Trafford with Knight Rogers with former Middlesbrough. Yeah, but why would you go to a Man United who might not win the title versus go to Arsenal who have won the title? I wouldn't go to Chelsea at all. I wouldn't touch Chelsea with a 10-foot pole. But yeah. Big up the chat. We all knew these Barca bums don't pay up when yeah, bro. 26 million is nothing. But they got enough money to pay for Gordon. They were just lying through their teeth the whole season. Yeah, it's a nice 69 million in pounds. That's what I was talking about, Waha. 69 million. 69 million. So you got 69 million to pay for Gordon, but not what, 20 to pay for Marcus Rashford? Crazy. I would love Morgan. Same. I would love to get Rodgers. So would I. That's why I'm reporting on it, because I want the guy at the carpet. Big up to Quadra said prediction for tonight's match: England 3, 1 Ghana. I can't see Ghana getting a result tonight. I got to think about my own prediction. I've been forgetting, but I will be better tonight. I will be better. Big up to the First Lady. Yeah, she back in the chat, which means it's almost time to get off work. Big up to the First Lady. I'm only on for a couple more minutes anyway. I hop in the car and head over to the First Lady, make sure she's nice and cool. Bro, it's hot. It's hot in this joint. But if Rashford ever comes back to Arsenal, we need our leg back for his debut game. Yeah, bro. The streets ain't forgot. I still ain't forget. I still ain't forgot the dance floor at the Emirates. I ain't forgot it, bro. I ain't forgot. But listen, my mind could get foggy if he score a couple. If he scored the game-winning goal in the Champions League, I forget everything. He always been Arsenal court hero. That's the delusion is real. You know me. Big up to the First Lady. And Prom bigging up the First Lady. Yes, man. And she always in the chat. Big up Promenade. Bro, my wife is funny, bro. She's a joker, bro. But she's an angry little joker, bro. I get side eyes and jokes. And dapping up the First Lady. Big up to the First Lady. Arsenal should leave him alone. Who? Leave who alone? Marcus Rashford? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. First Lady bigging up Wahaha. Not my eyes. Because I got a fan blowing it, bro. It's a miserable time. But thank you guys for standing by me, man. I love having these chats. And I will be bringing back the Waffle House. I'll talk about it near the end, though. But big up. Salute the First Lady. Yep. We should get Rafinha instead. He will be collateral damage. I I think we missed a boat on Rafinha. I think we should have gotten him. I'd like Rafinha and Morgan Rogers. I think it'd be great. But I'd also like. I want another 8, bro. I need to see the back of Odegaard, to be honest. And I like Odegaard. I keep saying this, but I'm tired of sentiment. I want to win the big ears now. We won one of the big ear trophies. I want to win the other. Rashford really peaked on his debut. Yeah, listen, he had a stretch where he was. You know what it reminds me of, Waha? Jeremy Lin. You remember Jeremy Lin? Linsanity? Like, when he first came onto the scene, bro, he was ducking stuff, and then he came to Miami, and we shut that down. You ain't hear from that man no more. The Linsanity was over. That's what Rashford felt like. Like, that first season, rinsing. And then it's just, you know what I'm saying? Barca's the guy that puts everything on the credit card. Yeah, bro. Got to pay that back. Hey, man, that's $25. Yeah, I put on the credit card. You ain't got $25. No, I got to put it on the credit card, bro. Put it on credit card. Put it on credit card. I'll pay it back later, bro. Put it on the credit card. That's how it be. I take Rashford at Arsenal after everything else is completed. And Prom, that's actually a good. That's a good. Let me remove this, bro. Let me remove this so you guys can see me. My bad. I just been waffling. I gotta remember. There you go to pop up. I'm back. Because I'll be going in a few minutes anyway. But Rashford at Arsenal. I think his move is gonna be one of those, Prom, where like everybody's done their business. All right, I'll take Rashford. And he's also, like Adam said in the next chat, it's the wages for Rashford. He's on $325 a week. Ain't nobody going to give him that. He's got to take a pay cut. United doesn't want to give him that. Arsenal ain't going to give him that. Barcelona weren't going to give him that. He's going to have to take a pay cut. So, yeah. If he does, if he goes to, he's going to go to 200. If he goes to maybe 225, maybe a team will bite, but 325 is crazy. Ain't nobody paying you that, broski. Arsenal ain't paying you that for sure. You're not going to come here and get paid more than Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka. Not happening. So, yeah. But like Prom said, if he comes on a cut wage deal, I'm all for it. Well, I say yes. My Warriors legend, Jeremy Lin. Linsanity, bro. He came off from New York. But yeah. Yeah, man. I remember Linsanity. And Jack said we need ballers that come to play, not coming to hang out in London at a big club. I want a player that has something to prove. Rice plays like he's still on trial. Yeah, man. He does. And it's the thing, Jack. This is why I said earlier, I want players who want to play for Arsenal, who think it's a privilege to play for Arsenal. I think, when I first started watching, the players that played for the shirt, like you had Alexis Sanchez. Regardless of how you feel about what Alexis Sanchez did, I never had any doubt that guy played for the shirt. I never had any doubt that Alexis Sanchez was playing for the Arsenal. He gave 110% every match. But then there was the banter era where we getting guys who make it seem like Kolasinac, like we're happy to have you. No, bro, you should be happy to be here. You're at Arsenal, bro. You're not at some small club. You are Arsenal. I'm not saying just Kolasinac, but like in that era. Like people were here to get paychecks. And I play for Arsenal. No, bro. I want players who will give everything for the badge. That's why I think Declan Rice will actually end up becoming captain. Not only Arsenal, but England captain as well. I want people that want to play for the badge. Yeah, you get paid a lot of money, but I'm tired of Arsenal feel like we're a handout club. So, yeah. Not for 325, bro. I'm not doing that. Not for 325. It's a no for me, though. It's a no for me. But big up to Adam Elmino. Big up to Jack as well. And Waha said he's from the Bay, and the Warriors gave him his first contract. The Linsanity must pursue. They're great. They're great. It was exciting to see. I like stuff like that, but it came crashing. It came back down to earth. Carmelo had to step aside. Yeah, bro, making Melo step aside. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was I think when it comes to New York, right? When it comes to New York, the market's so big that the first time you stumble, it's easy like for the media to get on you. But I'm proud of the Knicks, man. Even though I'm a Knicks hater because I'm a Heat fan, I think it's good for basketball. I think New York needed to win, especially with my guy, you know, Mom Donnie. He's not my guy. He's just cool. He's an Arsenal fan, so he's cool with me. But I don't know. I'm not speaking politically. I'm just talking about as a person. You know, he's an Arsenal fan. So, big up, Quadra. Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna cut short in a minute. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have, people? Let me see. Let me see if I got anything else in a few minutes that I have left. Making sure. Big up to everybody who stopped by. Hey, I got 572 subscribers. Bro, I felt like I've been on 560 forever. Or did I lose one? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I lost one. But I'm on my channel. Because I want to show you guys. I usually have the thumbnail pulled up, but no, I lost a subscriber. That's crazy. Anyway, it's all right. We're here for the love. But yes, Insanity was a good comparison to the Master Perfect Patch. I love sports. Wow, like that's why like I watch Gianni and I watch BBK because they're Americans who know sport. I love sports. Like I have the Hurricanes thing right here, the Miami Hurricanes. I watch when I can. I follow basketball. Like I was a sports kid because when I was growing up, like I said, I didn't have cable TV, so I read the sports pages. But yeah. And Melo was jealous of the attention Lynn was getting too much politics in New York. Yeah, man, it usually happens with all New York teams. People get too big for their britches, and then, yeah. But I did want to show you guys what's coming up today. Before I go, my screen is not cooperating. There we go. I removed it and brought it back, it seems. So tonight, 3 hours, I'm going to go pick my wife up. I'm going to make dinner. And then I will be back 8:45 p.m. to watch Ghana versus the Three Lions of England. I will be back here on Rican Futbol TV to watch the live stream. So make sure you guys do that. I will be here tonight. We'll have even more chat. Rick says, what's for dinner? Oh, geez. Is it my day to cook? I don't think it's my day to cook. I think we're having fettuccine Alfredo tonight. I think we're having fettuccine Alfredo. Because I think tomorrow, I got a live stream tomorrow as well. Oh, Thursday, I'm cooking. Arroz con gandules. But tonight is Alfredo night. My wife's gonna cook tonight because I cooked the last day, so she's gonna cook tonight. So I'll probably be eating it on stream, to be fair. But yeah, she's gonna cook, and yeah, Alfredo night. Waha said, "Take care and drive safely." Thank you. Rick said, "Nice, yeah, man." And my wife's a great cook. That's why I'm fat now, right? And Adam, yes, I agree. 325 is too much. Yep. But what else did I have to tell you? I had something else, man. It's slipping my mind. The live stream tonight, I'll be back. Oh yeah, lastly, I promise. Last thing. So I will be doing the Puerto Rican book club. I'm doing a Puerto Rican book club, and I am introducing the football passport. I will be doing that hopefully in the knockout stages, because I think I'll have more time to do it. I didn't have time to the group stage. I've been doing World Cup every other day, getting matches in and doing things, and I thought I'd have more time. There's also the issue that for the football passport, I'm interviewing other creators and other fans, so they're probably busy watching the World Cup. But I will have that. And then for the Puerto Rican book club, I just haven't had time to read and pull things out. But I will be introducing those hopefully in the knockout when I have more time. I am bringing that to the channel. If you guys haven't seen, I have started putting up the shorts of me building the World Cup trophy. So make sure you like that. Go check that out as well. There's going to be one coming out every day this week. So 2 have dropped already. There's one coming out tomorrow and then Thursday. And then Friday, I'll release the full version of me doing it from start to finish with the voiceover and commentary. So it'll be a little bit of jokes. It'll be a little bit longer as a full video. So I do that because Jack did want me to talk about building it. So I did. So yeah, that's what's coming up. Anyway, listen, I have to go grab the wife. I will see you guys in a couple of hours, and then we'll have all the chats. You guys know how I am on the watch along. Thank you guys so much for chatting. Thank you, Prom, for sharing. Thank you, Jack, for sharing. Thank you, Waha, for sharing. I know we talk about some real stuff. We talk about some real heavy things, but that's what this community is. It's a community, and we do that. We talk about real things, and we help each other out. So if I don't see you guys again tonight, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope everything you want to happen happens. I hope that everything you don't want to happen doesn't happen. But most of all, I hope that you enjoyed this stream, and I hope to see you again on Rican Futbol TV. The World Cup trophy shot was nice. Great playlist. Thank you. Appreciate it. Today I did Ricky Martin because you guys know I'm Latino, I'm Puerto Rican, and Ricky Martin, he's basically, you know what I'm saying, he's basically the LeBron of music in Puerto Rico. So the Jordan, if you will. Like Ricky Martin was everything. So yeah. And big up Prony said, thank you. God bless you guys and your families. I'll see you guys later. As I said, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you return to Rican Futbol TV. And I'm gonna go pick up the first lady. See you later. Have a good one. And I'm out.